Luna here. In this video, we are going to discuss about factorization method and a quadratic equation. Factorization method. We know what a quadratic equation is. That a quadratic equation is an equation which is in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. It's in this form, a quadratic equation. Ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now, when using factorization method, we must look for three things. One, we must look for the product. Two, we must look for the sum. And then three, we must look for the factors. A product is obtained when we multiply the coefficient of x squared, which is a, and c. So when you multiply a times c, that's your product. And then the sum is just the coefficient of b. The coefficient of x, the coefficient of x is the sum. So in this case, our sum is what? It's b. Then in terms of factors, you must look for two factors. So for you to look for two factors, you must first look for the factors of the product. You must look for the factors of product. Among the factors of the product, choose two best factors, such that when you multiply them, they are giving you what? Your product. When you add or subtract them, they are giving you the sum. Two numbers, when you multiply them, they are giving you the product. When you add or subtract, they are giving you what? The sum. Those are the two factors. Under factorization method, we make full use of zero product rule. We make full use of this rule, zero product rule. So this rule states that if we have a scenario of a times b is equal to 0, if we have a scenario of a times b is equal to 0, where a can be anything, b can be anything, is equal to 0, this simply means that a must be 0 or b must be 0. So since you multiply a times b and the answer is 0, it means that one of them is what? It's 0. So this can be shown as saying a is equal to 0 or b is equal to 0. So under this method, we make full use of this zero product rule. Let's go to our examples. Example 2. It's an example 2 of this quadratic equation topic. First question is saying, solve the following quadratic equation by factorization method. Let me use this part of the board. So we are going to use factorization method to solve each and every question which we are having in this video. So this is question 1a. Question 1a is read x squared plus x minus 2 is equal to 0. As we have discussed, we must look for the product. So the product, you know, the coefficient of x squared is what? It's 1. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. This is the product. The sum is actually the coefficient of what? X, which is 1. Factors, of course, these are the factors of what? Our product. Now, two numbers, when you multiply them, they are given as negative 2. When you add or subtract them, they should give you what? Positive 1. What are those two numbers? So we have got 2 and negative 1. Let's try to multiply them. 2 times negative 1 is what? Negative 2. 2 minus 1 is what? It's 1. So make sure you express these factors in terms of the variables which you are having. Meaning that you have got 2x and what? Negative x. Let's come this side. So we are going to have x squared plus 2x minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. As you can see, we have substituted x within our factors here, which is 2x minus x. Because 2x minus x is what? Is x. Meaning that this equation and this equation, they are one and the same thing. From here, you should factorize them by grouping 2. X squared plus 2x. What is common there? X is common. X into x squared is what? It's x. Plus x into 2x is what? It's 2. Here we have got negative x minus 2. What is common? Negative 1. Negative 1 into x is x. Negative 1 into negative 2 is what? Positive 2 is equal to 0. When you reach at this stage, make sure that what you are having in the bracket are the same. same element, same things. Otherwise, if they are different, then from there just know that you are wrong. Alright, so just take one component of them, since they are the same, and what is outside, you group them, is equal to 0. From here now, we use our zero product rule. We said that if you are multiplying this component and this component, and the answer is given as 0, it means that either this is 0 or this is 0. So this implies that x plus 2 is equal to 0, or x minus 1 is equal to 0. So from here, let's calculate our value of x. So x is equal to negative 2 when this 2 comes this side, or x is equal to positive 1 when negative 1 comes this side. So this is the value of x. This is the value of x. Very simple. Let's go to b. Let's go to b. b is saying we have got m squared minus m minus 30 is equal to 0. As usual, we look for the product, which is 1 times negative 30, which is negative 30. The sum, which is what? Negative 1, the coefficient of m here. The factors. The factors, of course, those two numbers should be the factors of our product, which is negative 30 or just 30. Now, we must look for two factors or two numbers. When we multiply them, they should give us what? Negative 30. When we add or subtract them, they should give us what? Negative 1. What are those two numbers? Alright, so those two numbers are what? Negative 6 and positive 5. Let's test them. We have got negative 5 times 5 is what? So negative 6 times 5 is negative 30. Negative 6 plus 5 is negative 1. Alright, so let's express these factors in terms of our variables. So mean that we're going to have negative 6m and what? 5m. Of which negative 6m plus 5m is what? Negative m. Meaning that we're going to substitute negative m by these factors which we are having here. So we are going to have m squared minus 6m plus 5m minus 30 is equal to 0. As usual, let's factorize from here. So from m squared minus 6m, what is common? M is common. M into m squared is m, minus m into negative 6m is negative 6. Then from here, what is common? Positive 5 is common. 5 into 5m is m. 5 into negative 30 is what? Negative 6 is equal to 0. Of course, this and this, they are exactly the same, which means that we are moving well. So we take one component of them, and then what is outside, we group them two. Should give you what? 0. From here we use zero product rule, meaning that this implies that m minus 6 is equal to 0, or m plus 5 is equal to 0. Therefore, m is equal to 6, or m is equal to negative 5. This is our answers. Very simple. Alright, let's go to C. Let's go to question C. Here is question C. Question C is saying we have got x squared minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. As usual, we look for the product. So the product is 1 times negative 6, which is negative 6. The sum is negative 1. From here, we look for the factors. Two numbers, when you multiply them, they should give us negative 6. When we add or subtract them, they should give us what? Negative 1. What are those two numbers? We know it's negative 3 and positive 2. Negative 3 and positive 2. In terms of the variables, this would be negative 3x and 2x. Of which we know that negative 3x plus 2x is what? It's negative x, which is here. So this implies that we are going to replace this negative x by this expression. So we are going to have x squared minus 3x plus 2x minus 6 is equal to what? 0. From here, we must group them. Let's group them. We have got x squared minus 3x. What is common here? X is common. X into x squared is x, minus x into negative 3x is negative 3, which is this. Then plus, what is common here is positive 2. 2 into 2x is what? It's x. 2 into negative 6 is what? Negative 3 is equal to 0. So this component, they are what? One and the same thing. Therefore, we take one component and then we group what is outside, we bring them together. We are going to have what? this is equal to 0. From here, as usual, we use zero product rule. Zero product rule which said that this component is equal to 0, or this component is equal to 0. So this implies that we have x minus 3 is equal to 0, or x plus 2 is equal to 0. From here, let's briefly find the value of x. So x is equal to 3, or x is equal to negative 2. This is our answer. Very simple. Alright, let's go to question 2. Question 2. Question 2 is saying, solve the following factorized equation. Solve the following factorized equation. You have got a, x minus x open bracket x minus 4 is equal to 0. Question 2 is very simple. It's very simple so that they have helped us by giving us a factorized products and equating them to 0. So from here we just use the product rule. Zero product rule from here. So we have got x open bracket x minus 4. So from here we are assuming that x is a, this component is b, of which we know that a times b is equal to 0. From this expression is where we came up with our zero product rule. Zero product rule, which said that either a is equal to 0 or b is equal to 0. Very simple. Now let's apply this into our question. So since we have got x minus 4 is equal to 0, this implies that we have got x is equal to 0 or x minus 4 is equal to 0. Very simple. Here we have got x is equal to 0 or x is equal to, when negative 4 process the equal sign becomes negative 4. This is our answer. Simple. Let's go to B. Let's go to B. B is saying we have got open bracket x minus 2 close bracket and then x minus 2 again is equal to 0. From here, zero product rule, of course. So this implies that we have got x minus 2 is equal to 0 or x minus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, I've got x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 2. Since this is one and the same thing, we can just say I've got x is equal to 2 as our final answer. Very simple. Let's go to C. Let's go to C. C, we have got 2 minus 3x, 3 plus x is equal to 0. We use product rule, of course. So we have got 2 minus 3x is equal to 0, or 3 plus x is equal to 0. If we make x the subject here, we'll be having negative 3x is equal to negative 2, or x is equal to negative 3. Here we divide by negative 3. Therefore, x is equal to this will cancel, which is this x. Negative 3 divided by negative 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 3, sorry, it's 2 over 3. Or x is equal to negative 3. This is our answer. So in this video, we have discussed how to solve a quadratic equation using factorization method. In the next video, we'll be talking about how we can solve a quadratic equation using completing the square. See you there.